simple spell with you that will aid many of you in increasing your willpower just a little bit. And what it comes down to is just some simple ingredients. We have some basic white chalk here. We have a basic brown ceramic bowl that I've created the symbol of the rune for Kenaz, which is opening, which is like opening into the willpower, the energy of fire upon this inner enclave of the ceramic bowl, and basically a big circle at the center. Now, another ingredient I would highly recommend is white sage. White sage is very spiritual. It will cleanse the air around you, and it can basically be used to bless anything that you're working with. It is a very useful component for willpower. And if you can work out a way to get this, it's not the easiest thing to get. Dragon's Blood ink. It is basically Dragon's Blood oil, but with a Black India ink, which is something like this. And Black Indian ink can work just the same way, and regular ink can work just the same way, but I find that Dragon's Blood ink is one of the best inks to work with when you're casting a spell, when you're writing a symbol to actually bring to life, or when you're kind of blessing something. You can just kind of scatter it or just kind of throw it upon something, and it'll both create a visible mark and be a kind of blessing. But regardless, let's get back to what I'm actually doing. With the chalk, I have created the rune Kenaz in multiple forms in a pattern-like sense, trying to basically open my willpower. Now, putting this chalk aside, the next step that I will take is to take this kind of dropper and drop a few drops of Dragon's Blood ink onto the chalk that's on this ceramic bowl, and that will kind of allow it to sit, to really increase the manifestation of whatever I'm trying to do. In this case, it's with increasing my willpower. But the next stage is to light this white sage smudge stick and kind of just smear it in there. Just kind of dab it in there and run it around and bring it up at the end. It's very important that you bring up the smudge stick after you light it and basically place it into the ceramic bowl. But let's see if I can do that without stopping the video, which will be pretty interesting. But I would highly recommend, with whatever new spell you're doing, to use a different smudge stick, because you don't really want to use the same smudge stick for consecutive spells, one after another. And this is how you can tell it's a pretty unused or good smudge stick, is that it'll light for quite a bit. It shouldn't be too moist, it shouldn't be too dry. If it's too dry, you'll see that the whole thing lights up. If it's too moist, you won't be able to light it. But this is just the right balance between moist and dry, I guess you could say. But then you can just dab it in the center of whatever you're doing in the ceramic bowl. There'll be different symbols for every single person depending on what they're trying to do. But I'm trying to increase my willpower, so I will just say Kenaz. 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 Let the rest of that smudge stick burn off, the tiny bit that is still lit, allowing it to burn off into the place the spell is cast. And I would highly recommend allowing this mixture to sit for 20 minutes to 30 minutes to maybe an hour, and then only then do you disturb it. Do you kind of put it wherever you want to put it, wherever you store these kind of things, but just allow it to sit and meld and the spell, whatever you're trying to cast, it will be far more likely to basically meld with the nature of reality. But thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been, partially informative. This has been a spell trying to increase my willpower, and I feel it already. And you can take any of these ideas and use them as your own. And if you have any comments as far as if they've worked for you, if they haven't worked for you, or if you have any, suggestions to throw my way, feel free to shoot them down in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a great day.